Okay viewers, well this thing's been going since this morning and so far so good. It's keeping track of time. Still pretty accurate there. Just needs a bit of a clean up. Well, let's get this thing nice and shined up. Let's bring home the shine, as Wayne says. Or filling the shine. Looks like it was never actually installed. It did have wires in it though, so it might have been used as a standalone time switch, not actually installed by the electricity board. Another one over here, it's being ground back. That's from the factory actually, so when it opens up it, yeah, that must have been done from the factory so it opens up properly. Anyway, let's get this thing all cleaned up. See how shiny we can get it. Okay, it's pretty well clean now. Got all the dust and muck off it. Also got little manual override here, on and off. Contacts are in the back there. So it's just past the off, it's just turned off. So the little screws you're supposed to put in there aren't there though. Yeah, the day rate's not set. You're supposed to put a screw in those, and as they turn, you're supposed to hit this little trigger. Get the little screwdriver and carefully trigger it. There you go. Screw, you put a set screw on a set day of the week, so like this one here, it's set to switch on the weekend, so you can do the same with this one. So as soon as Saturday comes around, it'll hit this, and it'll be triggered and on for the weekend. Then Sunday comes around, or the next day, or yeah, Sunday will come around, the following day it will come back, it will trigger it off again. So it looks like they haven't actually, it's never actually been used. It's just been used as an ordinary time switch. It's in pretty good condition overall though. Don't even see any scuff marks where it hit it with screws, so it's pretty well looked after. In the process of getting this plug apart to properly rewire this thing was just stiff. I could not get it to move. It's just turned the bloody plastic. So what I did, I got the blowtorch and just carefully went all the way around it and softened it, made it nice and squishy. I think I dored it way off, and while it was still warm I was able to get it back on just as easy after I wired it. Now it's gone hard again. It's an old clipsel. That's how these used to work. No grip nuts on these, so it relies on these hooks in here to grab onto the wire and pulls it from the actual inner sheathing on the wires there. It's actually quite secure. Okay viewers, I've got all that polished, clean all the dust off it. Looks like new now. In pretty damn good condition for its age. It's the only blemish it's got is that. Clean up the antenna there. The sides really aren't too bad. There's not much dust on there. Quite heavy, quite nicely made. Just got to glue this back on. That's pretty much all done. And here's the frame all done, nice and clean. And it's left a little indentation there, provision for the cord, so the power cord's not stressed where it enters the chassis there. I can even put my set-top box and my RF modulator in there. Originally you put your TV guides in there back in the day, but I'm going to stick the set-top box and modulator in there. perfect for that. Anyway, a bit of warping there, that's just the heat from the valves that does that. Just got to clean those contacts. I noticed it's a bit touchy, intermittent. I get intermittent bad reception, so I'll clean these up next. This connector's quite funny. Never seen one quite like this before, but you put your wire in there and let it go and it holds it into place. It's like a little lock setup. That just springs back and holds the wire in place for the external one. Udilux. That company made lots of connectors and also plugs back then. Looks like it's not even moulded, it's a reusable connector by the looks of it. Wires go in there, you can see they solder in, and that snaps shut. So you can actually reuse this. I could replace this cord and still reuse the same original plug. And cleaned that quite well. Alright, now to find the right type of glue for this label. That's the old Chrysler logo there, the K. 225 or 265 volts AC. Between 230 and 265 this thing can tolerate. Anyway, let's get the rest of this thing all touched up and it'll be finished. And all sorts of gunk that came off the power cord. They cleaned up quite well. It's all in good nick, no nicks. It's not stiffening, it's not cracking apart. It feels like it's brand new. It's all in pretty good nick there. This corrugated texture to these cords, very common back then in the 60s. Most power cords and most appliances are like this. Anyway, I got a little dust off it, cleaned it all up. That was the only screw I found that was missing, but I think that would have rattled loose, so it's just been very, very, very well looked after. Bit of a paint mark there, I'll scrub that off. But judging by the dust I got out of it, the dirt, it's would have been, at first I found fluff, so it would have been kept inside for a while, and probably for the last 20 years it's probably been sitting in a shed. Although it looked pretty damn clean on the outside, so it would have at least been covered from what I could tell. And it just got dust in it, because we had some severe dust storms over the years. The red layer mostly is the most common dust we get that gets kicked up and blacks out the whole bloody town. In the early, I think it was 2003, 2002 or 2003, we got a really, really bad dust storm. It was virtually dark at midday. So that's probably where half that dust is from, that severe dust storm we had. Because it was a lot of red lime in there I got out of here. I just finished cleaning out this bloody caravan and blew it all out with the air compressor there. So, just finished cleaning all that. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.